Hey everyone, Mike HCT here, and welcome to this video on my top 5 tips to improve in solo queue. I've been asked from time to time what are the best tips to climb in any division, and I've compiled my top 5 in no real order, so let's get started. At number 1, we have being flexible. Being flexible is probably one of the biggest ways you can start climbing the ranks. You won't always get your main role, so knowing how to play at least a champion or two in each role will give your team some flexibility that the enemy team may not have. There are one-trick ponies in every division, so if you're a mid-main with the last pick in champ select and an only Katarina mid player has first pick, you can kiss your main role goodbye. You don't want to be that player dragging down your team because you didn't get your one champion that you can play. If you're able to play every role, you can give a one-trick pony the only role that they can play rather than forcing them on something that would hinder your chances at winning. Think of it this way. Having the flexibility to play other roles will grant your team an advantage over, say, an enemy team that has all mid-mains. Coming in at number 2, we have playing when you're focused. I remember taking 3 scoops of a pre-workout with a recommended dose being 1 right before I went to the gym, only to find out that the gym was closed that day. So I come home and start playing solo queue, ready to smash some kids and start climbing. Needless to say, I was pretty amped and pretty focused as I went on to win the next 4 games. I'm not saying you need to drink a ton of caffeine or take anything for that matter. What I'm saying is the best time to play a solo queue game is when you are mentally and physically 100% ready to win. If you've played 10 straight games and are still feeling amped and still ready to climb, go for it. If you've played one game and are feeling sluggish, take a break and come back when you're absolutely ready to start climbing. Don't play a game when you're only half aware, as one game lost means you need to win a game to get back to where you were, and another game to get back to where you could have been if you won if you were focused. At number 3, we have always be positive. This may sound like a pretty obvious tip, but all players have found themselves on the verge of tilting and being negative towards their teammates. Negativity helps no situation, whereas you can turn a teammate's morale from negative to positive with some positive reinforcement. You don't know what an ally has gone through that day, and the slightest negative comment can tilt your teammate. Think about it. When your team is ahead, they tend to play better, make better decisions, and it's an overall better experience. So if you can keep that same positive morale during rough times like when you're behind, this will lead to better plays, decision making, and again, the vibe of the team will be on the up and up. This really applies to life in general. Being negative towards someone will generally make them feel attacked and they won't respond well to further comments or ideas. However, if they've made a mistake, giving positive feedback attracts them towards you and they'll be more apt to listen and be cooperative. Coming in at number 4, we have the superiority complex. Everyone has a superiority complex in some way, meaning they think whatever they are doing is right and cannot admit their own faults. In life and League of Legends, you need to stay humble and admit your errors. I'm not saying apologize for every missed creep you failed to kill, however, you need to recognize that if you're not climbing the ladder, the only person to blame is you. Remember, the only person you can control is yourself. So aim to better yourself and learn from your mistakes. There's a reason you aren't what rank you want to be, so drop the facade that you're better than everyone and aim to better yourself. You also don't want to play too passive and try and make no mistakes. People should learn from their mistakes, so don't be afraid to go in, try new things, test the waters, and push yourself to make a play. Just make sure that if it doesn't go the way you planned, you actually look at what you did wrong and try to fix that for the future. At number 5, it's to have fun. As simple as this sounds, many people tend to forget that this is a video game, and for 99.9% of us, this is not our job. Sure, the competition, the drive to get a higher rank, the craving to be better than your friends is there, but if we're not enjoying the game, if we're not entering the rift with a positive vibe, then the game gets stressful and we won't play to our highest potential. If you find yourself tilting, stressing over the last game, or wanting to punch a hole through your computer, step back, take a breather, and come back when you're ready to play League of Legends. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want me to go over anything, whether it be champion specific, role specific, or just general advice, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching and good luck and have fun on the Rift.